Hello. Well, I don't have anything really to talk about, so enjoy the drive, guys. We're going to go out to the talking road. Why? Well, because I want to do some talking, but I'm not sure about what yet. So if you want to hang around until I get to the talking road, and by then maybe I'll have come up with something good. If you don't want to hang around and you think this is a pointless video and your time is so valuable you'd rather waste it somewhere else, well then do it. Get it out of your system. Let me clean the windshield now that I have my windshield washers fixed on my 2022 Chevy Bolt 2LT. Watch this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have a clean windshield now, and we're going to the talking road without stopping to get a Diet Dr. Pepper with Big Red in it also. Why are we doing that? Or why are we skipping the Dr. Pepper? Well, guys, I remembered that years ago I used to drink a Dr. Pepper, a Diet Dr. Pepper every day, just like I kind of started here. And what I found out was it gives me a headache just like it did then. Okay? Not a major headache, but it's one of those little tweakers. You know what I mean? You just feel it every now and then. So if some of you guys get those little tremors every now and then, headache things, I mean, it's not a serious headache. It just comes and goes. It's not a big deal, but it could be caused by the sweetener in diet drinks. I'm just mentioning that because apparently that is one of the causes. So moving along to the next topic. What is that, Rusty? Well, I haven't figured anything out yet. Oh golly, this is gonna be a good one, boys. Y'all gonna love this. Well thought out, man. I'm telling you. Oh, I got me some. For those of you that fix or cook cookies, and every now and then put chocolate chips in them, they make dark chocolate chips that contain very little sugar, and they're pretty tasty. I bought me a couple of bags of them yesterday at the grocery store. Why? Because that's a good way to get dark chocolate without all the sugar. Moving right along in this pointless video. But yeah, this is Fort Clark Springs, guys. This used to be an old military base in the 1850s. General Patton was here, and some others that were famous in World War II. But I have to tell you this, based on what I've read about this fort, if you were stationed here, they wanted to get rid of you. Okay, they wanted you as far away from the Northeast establishment as they could get you, and this would do it. This would do it. Okay, but Patton wasn't there in the 1850s, of course. He came later, but the fact that he was stationed here tells you that he was a real rounder, and they were trying to get him out of their face. He probably resisted some of the rules and stuff, but yeah, it's been around a while, and it basically closed right after World War II, and then I think Shell Oil bought it, and now it's a private community, retirement community, and that's the way that goes. But they do have what's called Fort Clark Springs. They have it every year, the first weekend in March, and it's on a Friday and Saturday, and it's basically a reenactment, or of some of the things that happened during that period. A lot of harsh stuff and people dressed in period clothing. Straight ahead, that building that just flashed by there, that used to be the old officers' quarters, and over on the left side, there's two more buildings, and there's that's a hotel now. Yeah, you can actually stay there. They have a huge swimming pool that's spring fed. Yep. Have I been swimming there? No. Why not? Because I don't do that. They're getting ready for the event this weekend. They're setting up stuff, getting it making the fort look pretty. It's kind of like an inspection at a military base by a general. You know, a week before he shows up, everything gets cleaned up. That's kind of what happened here. Isn't this a really thrilling video? I like to do these every now and then. Why? Well, it makes you appreciate the videos when I actually have something to talk about. I mean, I ain't got shit. Ah, moving along, guys. Well, let's see. Let me think. You want to see some Department of Public Safety vehicles? I'll turn this way. I don't need to go this way, but I will. You see all those cars on the left there? Let me turn the camera. Right in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably 10 DPS, and they got one car, and the trunk is open. So, what does that tell me? It tells me the guy's spare tire is messed up. I will say this, it's a good idea not to be too nosy whenever you see that. You know what I mean? Like Pinocchio's nose. But yeah, you see that every now and then. Probably what it is they got a tip this guy was carrying a load of that new stuff. I don't know what it's called. It's super addictive crap that Mexico ships in here that's made in Asia and stuff. Okay. No, you go ahead. Because I'm in no hurry. I need to check my mail, but I'm going to wait till later. Well, this is getting to be it's coming along. You know, we got to see the DPS doing a bust over there. And boy, when they call for backup here in this area, I'm 30 miles from the Texas-Mexico border. Believe me, when they call for backup here, they got it. There's hundreds of them around here. There's more law enforcement here than there is in Houston, Texas, probably. Anyway, so what do we got, guys? On the right was the library, just passed by. They have 2 hardware stores here. This video is it's getting there. It's growing. On the left is a hardware store. And they got all kind of stuff, man. It's called D&D Hardware and Sporting Goods, but it's been here for years. And you know, whenever they mark it and put it on the shelf, I think the price stays that way till they sell it. So you can get some pretty good deals. And on down here on the right is another one. It's called something Mohair, or they might have changed the name of it. It just sold. They have new owners now. Yeah, this is a biggie. It's getting there. We're getting somewhere with this video. Yeah, it's not dying a slow death. So I also got some walnuts. For those of you that don't eat nuts, it doesn't hurt to have add some nuts to your diet. Walnuts are good. Almonds are good. Cashews are okay. Cashews make you feel full, so you don't eat so much. Yeah, just get you for a little snack. Believe it or not, that building here on the right, you can't hardly see it. It's just a portable building, and they just sell Hunt Brothers pizzas there. Can you believe it? I thought it was closed, but it's only open a few hours a week, close to the weekend. This is the other place here, Ranch Supply. They've got hardware, all kind of stuff, man. Got a Dollar General on the left up here, and then they've got another one, dollar something. We're headed to the Talking Road as fast as my little old legs will carry me. I don't like this intersection right here because it's one of those where you merge, you know what I mean? And sometimes my merger is not at the same speed as their merger. And then we really merge. And turning my neck all the way 180 degrees is not the easiest thing I've ever done. But we can merge. We'll hit old super quick here. No, this thing will merge. You press the accelerator on this thing, it takes off. But anyway, we're going to the Talking Road. We're getting there. Even though I've been talking since I left my home base. I don't have a soda water this morning, but I do have what? Some good old tea. I need to turn left here. This van that's coming by, if he'd have got any closer, he'd have been pushing me. Okay, now we'll get on this road here. And we should be pretty well out of any traffic. That pickup there is Texas Boll Weevil Eradication Program. You know, years ago that used to be a big problem because we raised cotton, and boll weevils were always looking for a home, and it seemed like our cotton was condominiums for boll weevils. There was a song about that, the old boll weevil always looking for a home. So here we go, guys, and now the topic for right now is boll weevils. Y'all know anything about boll weevil? It's a little worm that gets in the cotton boll, and you ain't gonna get very much cotton if you got boll weevils. That's a fact. Have I ever picked cotton? Yep, I picked it, pulled it. I drove a cotton stripper machine and a cotton picking machine and a cotton everything machine. I've done it all with cotton. We had corn and all that crap. Seemed like a dream. Seemed like a dream. Grew up on a farm in South Texas, and was good times for me. No internet, no TV, no nothing. But we managed somehow. And I didn't read a lot of books either. I did read the Hardy Boys mysteries, but it was by pure accident. My mother and daddy didn't buy books, and but my friend of mine, whose family was pretty well to do, his daddy was the manager of Schlumberger operation in Kennedy, Texas, and he had a whole collection of Hardy Boy mystery books. I don't know, I think he had about 12 of them, a lot of them. You know, they were about, I don't know, 200 pages each book. And yeah, I read every one of them. I sure did. But he didn't loan them to me. I snuck them. I snuck them away one at a time. I didn't steal them. I'd read them and then put them back. They never even noticed. Yeah, he had all kind of stuff. He had little army tanks that looked real. You know what I mean? You know, I had sticks. My army tanks were little mesquite limbs. You know, he had little army men and all kind of crap. I finally got me some of those. They weren't as good as his, but they had an ad in a comic, a 10-cent comic book, and I put in some money. I sent them cash. I taped it on a piece of cardboard and sent it to them, and I got the product. I did. It was 100 pieces of little army men, and that, boy, were they high quality. I'm telling you. Well, in my mind, they were fine, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters. You know, I'm driving 38 miles an hour. There's one car behind me, about a mile behind me, and it looks like he ain't going much faster. So we're just going to hang on to this horse and go. So yeah, guys, this is a talking road, talking video that is very enjoyable for all of us, I'm sure. You guys that are asleep, I don't mind the sleeping. It's the snoring that bothers me. You know, if you just wouldn't snore so damn loud, you know, damn. Come on, ain't you got no manners? Sheesh. All this important stuff I'm imparting that is totally valuable. It is fun though, just let your mind wander way over yonder. People pick on me for my accent. Do I care? Hell no. I mean, I certainly couldn't change it. Here he comes now. This is the boll weevil man. Yep. Well, it is. That's Bo Weevil. He got a brand new pickup. Huh. How about that? Bo Weevil business must be pretty good. He's driving right down the middle of the highway. Bo Weevil must have got in his brain. Bo Weevil. I mean, it's easy to name. They're little worms that get in cotton bolls, and they're weevil. Pretty easy. Bo Weevil, yep. He used to get up early in the morning and pick cotton till, well, you couldn't get up too early because if there was any dew on the cotton, you wanted to wait till that dried off, or when you took it to the gin, the moisture content would be high and they would penalize you on the price. So you waited till 10 o'clock in the morning till the bolls were dry, and then you started picking. And I used to be right out there with them cotton pickers from Mexico, dragging those. But of course, they had long old sacks that would hold about 100 pounds of cotton. And when you're picking cotton, just the cotton itself, picking it out of the boll, it takes a whole lot of it to weigh 100 pounds. I mean, a lot. And so what I noticed these Mexicans doing every now and then, they throw just a little dirt in there with that cotton. Smart, huh? I thought it was. I started doing it too. I was cheating myself. I mean, that was our cotton, But yeah, but my dad was smart. After he weighed the bag of cotton, he'd shake it out in the air, real high. He'd hold it up high and shake it out. And if a lot of dirt came out of it, he'd penalize them a little bit. Not much. But I think we got back to, you got like 75 cents 100 pounds pick cotton. And I might pick in a day, if I picked 200, no, I never picked. About 150 pounds was about all I ever picked. But the Mexicans that were pros at it, they'd be picking 3 or 4 rows at a time. I'm picking one. And they would pick, 400 to 600 pounds a day, unbelievably. I got a truck coming now. I mean, this is getting out of hand. 2 cars in one day. I mean, that's enough of this, guys. We're going to have to find another talking road, I think. This old truck's coming along. This is a wide open stretch here. So he should just come right on around, I hope. Yeah, he's got a big old piece of equipment on the back. I'm going to pull over a little bit and let him have a good shot at it. He's coming right on around. Looks like he's got a front end loader or something on the back of there. You'll see it in a minute. You got to probably be in the front seat. What'd you call that? Front end loader, huh? It's a big old good one. You see big old pieces of equipment like that being hauled down the highway, and the people, let's just say that guy owned that, which he doesn't. That's Texas Department of Public Safety, or TxDOT. But if he owned that himself, and several people do, and they have their own business, and they wanted to charge you $100 an hour to do some work, well, you just bitch and moan. But if you knew how much he had invested in that truck and that piece of equipment, and repairs on that thing are terribly expensive. It runs on diesel, most expensive fuel we've got right now. Yeah. I used to know a guy. This is getting better. It's getting better. His name was Noel Ark, and he lived in Mission Valley, Texas, near Victoria, Texas, and he was a dozer operator, as in a bulldozer, he cleared brush. And he built stock tanks, cleared brush, anything you could use a bulldozer for. And he had like a D8 or D10. It was huge, man. And anyway, I wanted him to clear out a place for me to build a house, because the way I met him, there was a little old bar called Four Corners, and I used to go in there on the way home and have a beer, and I got to know all those guys that lived out there. And he was a hell of a guy, a nice guy, always joking around and stuff. Stocky, muscular, and of course he had to be pretty strong to operate that damn dozer because he had his own truck. I mean, he was in business, man. He had more business than he could get to because he also chained brush. He'd get another dozer with him and then chain this brush, and you'll have to figure out what that is. But they could clear thousands of acres in a week. But anyway, enough said. But to bulldoze it down and clear it clean pretty well was pretty expensive. But anyway, I asked him if he could do that, clear some trees out for me to build a house. He said, sure. He said, but I can't do it now. That ground's too wet. I said, hell no, it hadn't rained in a couple of weeks. He said, I'm telling you, that when I get that dozer out there, as heavy as it is, and I make a turn, if that ground is wet, it'll sink like it's quicksand. And of course, he knew what he was talking about. I didn't know anything about it. Well, anyway, a few weeks later, he said he thought he could get in there and get it done. And he did. He got in and he cleared it. Good, did a good job, cleared out for the road and everything. But he did make a couple of turns where he sank, 2 or 3 feet or more. I mean, that damn dozer was heavy. I mean, I never realized. Of course, he cleaned it up. I mean, when he finished, he was an expert. I mean, when he finished, it was a perfect job. I mean, there was no roots and shit sticking out of the ground. I mean, it wasn't a halfway job. He did it right. That's why he got paid so damn much, because he did a good job. But see, you would have missed this if you hadn't hung on. See, Noel Art, the dozer operator from Mission Valley, Texas, he'd been dead for years, and he was a pillow, man. Oh God, he was a character, boy, man. Yeah, and they own that whole area out there. That was all that whole area around Mission Valley probably still is owned by the Arts or their heirs now. They owned all that, and that land out there now, that's all into subdivision and stuff. That's premium property out there now, because it's kind of there's some rolling hills there and stuff. Yeah, Mission Valley. There used to be an old mission out there somewhere. It's an unincorporated community. There's no town there. Used to be a gas station and a hardware store, and now I think it's a beer joint and a restaurant. So things do change. But I lived out there in that area in 2 different houses for about 15 years. Here we go, guys. We are rolling on here. This is going to be a good old. This will be. You see, I don't turn out many viral videos. You know what I mean? But this will be a biggie. This will be a biggie. We're going to call this Driving and Talking on the Talking Road. That's what we're going to call it. Yep. And whenever it's seen on YouTube and the word gets out, darn, here we go, boy. Money's going to be rolling in. Shit. What am I going to do with all that money? Buy me some more walnuts, I guess. I think I can turn around here. You think I ought to end this video, guys? You can wake up now. I'm going to end the video. This goes up to a little, it's not a house, it's just a barn up in there. But anyway, from the barn out here on the Talking Road, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Because my videos don't make crap. I mean, I don't make any money off of videos. I just pray that somebody's finger slips and hits that link to Amazon and they accidentally buy something. Otherwise, I'd starve to death. Anyway, guys, drink plenty of water, stand guard, door your mind, keep your health, and enjoy your life. Hell, make something funny out of something serious if you have to. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.